It is February 17th, 2011, and this is the SC Center. How's it going, guys? JP McDonough here for your daily dose of Starcraft news, and I'm joined by Patrick O'Neill, as always. How's it going, Patrick?
Pretty well, pretty well.
So, I'm actually having the worst nerd day ever. My computer is just in shambles behind me. I can't really move in my room because of all the computer shit on the ground. So we're going to have a short kind of SC Center today, but it'll still be a good one regardless. But I do want to apologize for that. And if there's any lag or anything like that, it's because I'm using a very, very old GPU right now because my other one has to be ARM-made because it overheated or some ridiculousness. So I apologize, but let's go ahead and get on with the news. Last night we had the GCPL with Root Gaming versus VT. And that was a quick 3-0 for Root Gaming. Kiwikaki beat Pokebunny, Drewby beat Future, and Dodoro beat Az. And it wasn't really close at all. They pretty much destroyed them. Hopefully tonight will be a little bit better, though, because we have Liquid against Fnatic MSI, and it's going to have Tyler versus Phoenix to kick things off at 11 p.m. Eastern, which is also 10 Central, and I believe 8 Pacific. We've got TLO versus Sin after that, Rhett versus Kawhi Rice, HeyPro versus TT1, and then, of course, the all-important Ace match if it does go that far. But tune into that. That is going to be awesome. Pretty sure it's either going to be Diggity or In Control casting that. Regardless, it's always great casters over at the GCPL. For more information, you can go to gosucoaching.com or justin.tv/gosucoachingtv. Also, last night, the Root Gaming Success Pays Invitational wrapped up, and it had Minigun, of all people, really not someone, he's good, but he beat Kiwikaki 3-2 in the finals. And I don't know if that's speaking to Minigun's strength as a player, or the fact that he was playing PvP. So we'll have to see. Haven't watched those replays yet, but I do intend to do so. You guys should do the same. Check out more at root-gaming.com and also on the Team Liquid thread. What is going on over at the TL Strategy Forum, Patrick?
Well, the TL Strategy Forum is notoriously a shitstorm, especially lately with all the influx of new members over the last few months and years. So one way that they're trying to deal with that now is to highlight pro gamers and really good contributors so that their posts stand out. I think it's a good idea. I hope it works out well. I hope this means that more great contributors will be posting, because the TL Strategy Forum, when it's going well, like there was a period in Brood War when it was really great. That's fun to read. Lately, I haven't really been to the SC2 one because it's been, but hopefully this improves it. Zeph has been restreaming some Korean pro gamers who stream on Korean sites. He's had players like OGS
awesome,
MC.
Actually.
Yeah. He's had players like MC, Clyde, Xenix Nuke, Rainbow, the STC Guinea Pig. It's a pretty good list. Apparently, this is from JP Gleason, by the way, who sent in this tip on the tip line. So thank you, JP.
Good name, JP. Good name.
Yeah, right. So today, Zeph even got Clyde into his stream to chat on Justin TV, and he chatted with the audience for a while. He answered some questions, and apparently Clyde was sort of shocked with how many people were watching. And he seemed pretty touched by the enthusiasm and the love for the stream viewers, as awesome. JP puts it. Yeah, so that's really, really cool. The Day 9 Daily number 262 went off today, or yesterday rather. It was Hawk versus QXC, two pretty big names with a lot of fans, so I'm sure that's going to get a million views. And the Code S map border was released, so if you're interested in seeing who's going to play where in Code S, which is coming up, I believe, in just next week, you should check that out right down below.
Yeah, that'll be awesome when the GSL is back on Monday. Can't wait for that. Over at Complexity.com, Patrick, you should have mentioned this because I'm going to look like a complete douchebag for talking about how I was interviewed over at ComplexityGaming.com. Go check that out. The writers over at Complexity Gaming are awesome, and they kind of delve into my past so much, or a lot more than past interviews that I've done where they just kind of talk about StarCraft. So I had a pleasure doing that interview, or it was a pleasure doing that interview. Those guys are great. Go check it out, ComplexityGaming.com. And now I'm going to throw it back to you, Patrick, because you got interviewed. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, some awesome guy interviewed me from Polar Fluke, which is a South African site, who I believe just interviewed JP a few days ago. So you can check out.
They interview a lot of people.
Yeah, they're really pumping out the content, which is pretty cool to see. They they interviewed me about the book, about this, and just about the new developments in the Western scene. So if you're interested in that, you can check that out. And now let's make a move to the Code A predictions to finish up that we started 2 days ago. We skipped yesterday, and now Group B. JP, do you want to start us off on that?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll just run through the entire thing, and then you can give your predictions. So first up, we've got TSO Rain against Rain should take that no matter what. I have no idea who is. He's a Zerg player, but that's about as much as I know. Moonglade against Zenix Hyjun. Hyjun, I believe, was really good. I'm probably screwing that name up, but he was really good in the GSTL. But Moonglade is really good Zerg, and his ZVT is pretty good as well. I mean, we saw him in the IEM finals against Loner, and I think he pretty much smashed Loner. I think that was 3-1 or something like that. So I would suspect Moonglade's going to move on there, and so will Rain. And I would hope that he could also take down Rain and go into the up-down matches. Moving on, we've got Junwei against Alicia from Slayers. Junwei should win that. I think he's a really good Zerg player. Don't know too much about Alicia. MVP Dog against Maka Prime. Maka, you have to win that. Otherwise, people are just going to start crying in the streets as soon as that match happens. So Maka's going to win that TVT. Junwei will win that ZVP. And, the next match, Maka against Junwei. I'm going to say Maka's going to win that. And then Moonglade will defeat Maka to go into the, the quarterfinals for Group B, the semifinals for Group B. Moving down to the bottom. Okay, Supernova against Squirtle. Squirtle wins that no matter what. I don't care what people say. TSL Alive against Cezanne is going to be a really weird match because those are both pretty good players, and it's really a shame that they had to meet so early on in the tournament. I'll have to give that to Cezanne, though, because I like to see more Zergs throughout the bracket. Oh, Lord, this guy's name. Well, there's a Terran player. He's playing against Rhett. So Rhett's going to win that. So we don't even really need to know his name. But I can't wait for Tasteless and Artosis to say that every time they're talking about him. That's going to be awesome. Rhett will win that that ZVT. And then Killer against Juke 2. I'll probably say Killer will win that simply because he impressed me during the GSTL. Rhett will take him out. Well, maybe not. Killer might win that, actually, that PVZ over Rhett. That'll be interesting. So I'll say Killer wins that. Squirtle will beat Cezanne, and it's going to be Squirtle against Killer. Squirtle should win that, and then he'll go up against Moonglade in the Group B finals. Patrick, what about you?
Well, to start off with Rain and I mean, I also don't know who is, but I also have really, really very little confidence in Rain lately. Ever since he went to the finals a couple of seasons ago, he hasn't exactly impressed. And now he has a chance to maybe get knocked out of Code A. I'm going to say he wins just on the basis of the fact that I don't know who is, which is not a vote of confidence, I got to tell you. Hyjin versus Moonglade. I hope Moonglade wins. Hyjin's really good. I'm going to go with Moonglade just based on my foreigner bias.
Nice.
I think Alicia is probably going to beat Junwei, honestly, just based on what he did in the GSTL. I think Maka should beat Dog. I believe then Moonglade will go over Rain, and Alicia over Maka. Right on the bottom then, Squirtle over Supernova, certainly.
Yeah.
Alive over Cezanne. Rhett over Chop Fooey, I don't know. And then Killer over Jutsu. And then I think it'll be Squirtle over Alive. It'll be Rhett over Killer, and then Squirtle over Rhett. And then that leaves... Who the hell did I say Moonglade would make it to the finals?
You said, you said Moonglade and Maka,
Alicia.
I think. Or was it
I said
Alicia?
Moonglade and Alicia.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, Moonglade Rhett finals is my dream here. Let's see. Let's make it happen, guys, please.
You know, I said the other day, I'm not sure who I said, but regardless of what I've said, Squirtle is going to win Code A. I'll say that right now.
Yeah.
He is an
I think you're right.
incredible player. I want Rhett to win because I think he deserves it. I think he hasn't done that well in tournaments, except for, of course, Assembly, most notably and most recently. I think he can win it, but Squirtle is just so good. I mean, in GSTL, he was just incredible, and I think he could take Code A. What about you, Patrick? Who's going to take the whole thing?
I'd say Squirtle's definitely the odds-on favorite. I mean, you asked me this 2 days ago, and I said Rhett before I had looked at anything.
Yeah, right.
I'm hoping for Rhett. I really am. I think of the foreigners, he probably has the best chance, followed by Huck. Especially because Huck has a good path to the finals. No one too amazing, and the matchups really line up for him. But Squirtle's playing the GSTL, like you said. I believe he got an all kill. He beat MVP. Hard to match up with that. And I think, barring any big surprises, Squirtle is the odds-on favorite.
Well, we'll have to see how we do, as Code will
Can't
be
wait.
starting on Monday night, Tuesday morning, and that is going to be great, great stuff. I'm also very interested to see the casting for that. I believe they're going to make an announcement about that tonight, is what I saw on Team Liquid. So look for that announcement, and also look for the casting for Code. Of course, Tasteless and Artosis will be casting Code S. That is going to do it for the SC Center here on Thursday. We'll be back tomorrow with the weekend edition, which is probably going to have a ton of news, as it tends to do. You can follow myself on Twitter at twitter.com/itmejp. Follow Patrick at twitter.com/chobopion. I almost got it fluid that time, Patrick.
What about Patrick.com? What happened?
I don't know, man. You got to buy the domain or then I can start actually saying for people.
Goddamn squatters probably have it. All right,
there you go. There you go. Of course, we did have a tip today, and if you want to submit some tips to the SC Center, you could do so at tips@itmejp.com. Help grow the show. Post on Team Liquid. Tell your friends about it. Anything else you got, Patrick, before we wrap it up?
Thanks for watching, you guys.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow for the weekend edition of the SC Center.